Okay, this is the Anheuser-Busch Brewery behind us, the big Budweiser sign. We're here at Broadway and Lynch, and it's the beginning of the brewery is right up the street, and it goes into Arsenal, and then of course Arsenal comes up. And if you're here at Christmas time, there's beautiful lights, and Mom wants to say something. What do you see when you come up here?
Well, I wanted to say I like the Clydesdales, if that's okay. They are gorgeous, and they're in every big parade in the United States.
World Series.
World Series, yes.
All-Star.
And there's some here, right, Dan?
Yes, I believe so, yes. And there's some in other parts.
Yes, there's a big farm for them now. It's on the drive to Columbia, Missouri from here. And I believe they have tours there, and you would just have to call and check into that.
I think they kept some out of Grant's Farm, too.
I think so. I still, yes, they do still have those.
But
Buffalo.
seeing the Clydesdales is just wonderful for me.
The other, Adolphus Busch started this business. 1875, I think, is when he built the first brewery. And from there, it's 122 acres. That's a lot of space, goodness sakes. And then, of course, Anheuser-Busch combined with InBev. And I like
10 years ago.
Yes.
10 years ago, a month ago.
Oh, my goodness. Well, anyway, I still like Bud Light. I was on Bud Select for a while, and then I said, Then I went to Bud Light. I would drink Budweiser, but sometimes you have to watch your figure a little bit.
But we don't drink Miller, because that's a Milwaukee beer.
Well, do people really still have that rivalry? I mean, the Milwaukee Brewers...
Remember Gussie Busch? He wouldn't allow any other beer in the clubhouse, even when they wanted to, spray beer on each other. When we played the Brewers in '82, Gussie Busch said, "No way, we're not letting any of that stuff in our clubhouse."
Good for him.
Well, I guess it's good for him, but
well, sure, it's his business.
That's true. It's his
life.
Yes, but
August the 3rd used to drink a Budweiser every evening to test the quality, to make sure it was the same. He had good taste buds.
All I remember is once when to buy liquor, you only had to be 18 years old in Illinois. So what happened is people from Missouri would go to Illinois to buy beverages, all right? So we were all young people, but my buddy got in trouble at Hazelwood East, and he went to the military academy. So what happened was we made him dress up to get beer. They had, 15 acres where you drive through beer. Oh, okay.
So let's talk about Anheuser-Busch.
Well, what else do you have to say about it?
Well, it's a great brewery, and you can't come up here without seeing the gargoyles on the buildings, and they have the new visitor center where they have
some of our fans there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe they're flipping us off. Who knows?
Talk about the employment it has provided.
Yeah, is there anybody in St. Louis who didn't apply there, of our age anyway, who didn't apply there at some time in their life? I think everybody at some time has applied at the brewery for a job, and those are really good jobs.
Oh, well, people would graduate from high school, and they'd spend 30 years. Yeah. They had their pension.
They'd give you beer.
That's right.
You could drink on the job.
That's true.
Those were the days.
I think you still get free beer, don't you, if you come on a
sure
tour?
About how it is.
On a tour through here.
It's a lot tighter operation than it used to be.
But
I think they give you a thimbleful now beer if you.
Didn't Augie Busch be every baby?
Yeah. The Busch children would all get a thimbleful of the family product, and certainly August the 3rd he got in his blood. Don't know so much about August the 4th, but it was
a different era.
Different era, yeah. Now everybody gets scared if a child drinks a little bit of beer. It's like, oh no, he's going to die. I think he'll be all right.
Well, my mom still remembers getting her mother, what was it, a bucket of beer?
A bucket of beer in Belleville, Illinois.
Yeah, for a nickel, right?
The saloons. My grandpa would send the children up to the back door of the saloon, and for a quarter, was it a quarter?
I thought you said it was a nickel.
It could have been a nickel. Yeah, you'd get an ice cold bucket of beer and take it back to your grandpa.
And they'd have Wiener Schnitzel for happy hour, and a lot of salt in it to keep you drinking up.
That reminds me of the Baden Fest. I was there sitting on the curb, and I had my bucket of beer, and I was like 15 years old, looking like about 9. But they didn't really care that much. But anyway, I'm sitting there on the curb, and all of a sudden, kaboom! Somebody kicked the bucket right into me, and it was full, which was really a grievance of mine. And so we popped up, and all of a sudden, there's 2 detectives, and we're like, "Oops! Don't do anything, Dan Brown." Ah! And he goes, "What are you little kids doing?" "Nothing, sir. Sorry." And
well, they drink in Germany and France.
I know it.
People go crazy about this stuff. You know, a little bit of beer isn't going to hurt you. Probably better than, you know, a lot of the things people drink with sugar in it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Sodas and everything else.
Last story is about Prohibition.
Okay.
When Prohibition came, and by the way, the brewery's here because there's caves underneath from the river. Caves underneath. They used to keep the beer cold there. But when Prohibition came, they couldn't sell beer anymore. So they sold this stuff called Bevo.
Oh, gosh.
It was like, I think they're trying to, well, it was trying to make it into soda pop.
Oh.
But they said it tasted so bad. It was such a rotten taste that they could hardly wait, let's put it this way, for Prohibition to end. I don't think they did wait in some cases. So, but yeah, they started back up and are bigger, you know, bigger than ever. So. All right, so we were here, we saw it, you know, everybody knows where we are, right?
And they have tours and they have free beer at the end of the tour.
And they have the horses, so Mom says come up and see the horses. Yeah.
Well, this Saturday we'll bring my Mall Brown up to the brewery and you can sample a little beer.
I would like to go out to the farm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
on the way to Columbia.
I'm not sure they do tours that far.
Oh, yes, I think they do.
Oh, okay.
One would have to call.
All right, well, that's it. We'll see you at the next stop.
Where we're going to go? Nobody knows, but don't change the channel. Ah, look at my mother. For her sake.
I think you already did that one.
I'll do it again.
Okay, Dan.
That's enough.
I love you boys.
No groveling. No groveling, please.
Group hug.
No, I'm not hugging you.
At Brown & Brown, our phone numbers are easy to remember. In Missouri, dial all 3s. In Illinois, dial all 8s. So if you've been in a car wreck or hurt on the job, call Brown & Brown for a risk-free consultation.
At Brown & Brown, we'll give you the personal attention that you deserve. We only get paid if you collect. So if you've been in a car wreck, hurt on the job, call us now for a risk-free consultation.
In Missouri, dial all 3s. In Illinois, dial all 8s.
And at Brown & Brown, if you can't come to us,
we'll come to you. Hello, and welcome to Cherokee Street. And behind us, you can see the Native American. You don't say Indians anymore? I don't know if it's Indians or...
Whatever he is, he's wooden.
He's wooden. And Ed, what can you tell us about Cherokee Street?
It's a fun place. It's a lot of Hispanic restaurants, communications depots here. That's where I get my phone fixed. Wonderful people. Mike, ask for Mike. Tell him Ed Brown sent you.
This is not a political...
Why not?
Oh, come on.
Why not? We, you know, if somebody does us a good thing, we put it right back.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
You take care of us, we take care of you.
I'm buying this car a new muffler, by the way, and there it goes again.
A lot of black smoke coming out.
Well, I like the antique shops down here.
A lot of great antique stores.
They really have the finds. If you can't find it anywhere else, you can find it here on Cherokee Street. And also, what is nice are the vintage clothing shops. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to a costume party, come down here and you'll find just the person you want to dress up.
The clothes of Mom's youth are here as vintage.
The 1950s in style along
and
here.
60s.
And you get a lot of comparisons down here. So it's a great place to stroll.
No, it is. I mean, to tell you, you can go up and down the streets and you go into the shops and you think, I really don't need anything. But then you go in there and you come out with 3 articles of clothing and everything else.
There's bakery, ice cream. It's Cinco de Mayo, the streets. They close it and then they have a party on it. It's a lot of fun. 5th of May.
It brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah.
Here.
Casa Loma Ballroom's been here since forever.
On Utah Street, isn't it, down here?
Utah runs this way. I think it's
up there.
Connecticut, maybe.
Connecticut?
We saw the crew cuts at the Casa Loma Ballroom back in the 50s.
Oh.
So I'm dating myself.
I thought you saw them at the Kiel Auditorium.
Not at Kiel, no. They were down here, yeah.
You know,
the crew cuts.
It's odd because my mom said in 1955 I saw the crew cuts, and then comes along Dan, and it's like 1978, and I'm watching the same concerts in the same venues that you did.
Yeah.
Which
you
is
went
odd.
to see the crew cuts?
No, I didn't see the crew cuts, but I saw
them,
King Crimson. Is that close enough? Probably about 2 people out there know who King Crimson even is, but no, it's. So we have a relation of all the great concerts we saw, and
we can relate. Yes, Peter Frampton was here just here. And I saved, Dan was out of town unfortunately, but I saved all the articles in the paper on Peter Frampton.
I want you to show me the way.
Okay, well, it's an artistic district, and so a lot of places where Nebula, where you can buy art, and I think they have incubator for businesses, small businesses. So if you need to start a small business, they have a place here.
It's always a good opportunity because how many small businesses now? I mean, the percentages are not high, but if you do spring it, hey, I mean,
we were a small business at one time.
Right.
I beg your pardon. I thought we were. No, you're right. There's times when I was.
You got to start somewhere.
Hey, let me say this also. When we started, I was living in Ma Brown's basement, God bless her, and I was very fortunate to have a bed in the basement, and I had the east side, so I got the sun coming in. My brother Bill, my brother Bill had the west side, so he didn't get the sun, and I felt very privileged to have the sun shining in every morning in my mother's basement.
The sun on your son.
Right. I never realized that, but
no question about
that's a good observance.
We try to observe.
You are a very good observer, yes.
And the time that Bubba, do you remember Bubba? It was one of our first cases, and a girl at Notre Dame High School got attacked by a dog, and it was horrible. And we took it to court and everything else. And that was probably my first case, that civil case. When I was a prosecuting attorney, it was probably over 200 cases tried. But now I'm in more of a
comfy position, huh?
No, I'm never comfortable. I don't know why. Why am I always not comfortable? And why are these people yelling at me? They're saying brown and brown. I don't know these people, but they are nice. So what am I going to say?
But they know you, so that's pretty.
Well, we're here. This is great, Cherokee Street.
Yes.
All right. I think the few people that are still awake want to see us move on to somewhere else. So.
No. Let's pontificate about something else.
All right.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Ed Brown, attorney at Brown & Brown. A lot of people have asked me why I wear an eye patch. Well, when I was young, I hurt my eye, and that's why I wear a patch. I know what it is like to overcome a lifelong injury. So if you've been hurt in a car wreck, on the job or elsewhere, give Brown & Brown a call. In Missouri, dial all 3s, 333-3333. In Illinois, dial all 8s, 888-8888. And remember, at Brown & Brown, if you can't come to us, we'll come to you.
Here we are, standing in front of the Stifel Theater, which used to be the Kiel Opera House, right?
That's right, Kiel Opera House. A lot of people still call it that. I saw a lot of concerts here. I saw Bruce Springsteen. After I got past the fact that somebody sold me fake tickets for the concert the night before.
Ouch.
Yes, I had to run back and get my money and find some real tickets. But you saw some shows here.
Oh my goodness! Bob Dylan of all, and John Mellencamp was always very good. And then I saw Tom Petty, and that was at the Damn the Torpedo tour. And I got to tell you, he was at his peak right then. God bless his soul. And the Kiel Auditorium was built in, I think, 1934, and then it went through a renovation in about 1991, and we were concerned it would never, show the light of day anymore. And somebody told me that they didn't have enough loading docks. So apparently, like at the Fox Theaters, you got 3 loading docks so you can get all the equipment in and everything else. Well, my understanding is, and please, if it's 2, I stand corrected, but I always think they only had 1 stock or 1.
Well, the concerts have gotten a lot bigger.
That's true.
When you see a big show pull up, what do we see not long ago? Lady Gaga, I think.
Lady Gaga? And,
yeah, she had, what, 4 big rigged trucks with all her equipment in
Pink
it.
Floyd that came.
Yeah,
well, it's kind of Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Kind of Pink Floyd. Maybe not all Pink Floyd, but they had so many trucks though. I mean, so I think concert goers are demanding more for their money, and rightfully so.
Watch a lot of it on YouTube. You can see the same concert, on your little phone, or if you want to be blown away, you come over here. And I remember the old days, the courts were here.
Oh, that's right.
The city courts. And I remember coming here when I was just still in law school. I got a speeding ticket of my own. I remember seeing 2 ancient old attorneys when I got off the elevator, and they were saying, "You want us to take care of your ticket? We can take care of your ticket for you." And I thought, this is the profession I'm getting into with these old dudes that
60 years from now, this is where I want to be.
Right.
Jeez. But no, the Kiel. What other concerts? There were just. They used to have. I saw the Mike Tyson fight here, the 34-second fight. You remember that? No, that wasn't Mike Tyson. Yes, it was Mike Tyson against.
Evander Holyfield?
No, it was St. Louisian. Spinks. Michael Spinks.
Michael Spinks, yes.
34 seconds. Yeah. And my ticket price was $35. So I thought I got ripped off by $1.
The breeze from Tyson's glove knocked Michael Spinks over, and that was the end of that fight.
Just when that happened, it was a collective, and this place was packed. It was just a collective sigh. It was just like, oh, we got ripped off.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that, but it's true. I mean, but Spinks, did he do anything else afterwards?
Michael, he retired with his millions. Smart guy.
Is he still living in St. Louis, you think?
No.
No?
He moved away a long time ago. There are Spinks here. Leon, I think, is still around.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of... I wish everybody all the best. And, Bill, what concerts did you see that you enjoyed?
Probably, I would say 8 to 10 over the years. John Cougar Mellencamp's spoken word last fall. John did a very good job with that. The first show that I saw here, October '74, some of our listeners will recall REO Speedwagon, Kevin Cronin.
That was
the first, the best. I was really looking forward to that one. Gary Richrath.
Yes. Those were good shows. Sometimes, though, the sound was distorted, kind of like right now with this fire engine going by. But, yeah, sometimes the sound, and I had to walk out of a Yes concert, of all things. And people say, well, why would you walk out of a Yes concert? And I said, because the sound was so distorted, I couldn't enjoy it. That's happened quite a few times.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you go to the old arena, of course, that's all different. But Kiel, it was indestructible. And when you went into the bathrooms, it's kind of like a dorm room. It's all blocks and everything else, cement blocks. It wasn't any wood or anything that's easily destroyed. So that thing was
old school Depression,
wasn't it?
Architecture.
No, I think that was what do they call it? For fallout shelter or whatever. I think there was a fallout shelter in there.
Very possible, sure.
So if there was a nuclear, oh God forbid, a nuclear bomb, but some of those concerts were kind of could be compared to that. But it's always kind of good to get out and about and see some shows.
It's always fun. Saw Todd Rundgren here about a year ago. Yeah, that was a good show.
But he talked like 30 minutes, didn't he?
No, not that show.
The one before.
It was with Utopia. Yeah, I saw him also at the pageant. That wasn't a very good show. Yeah. This one was good. Really liked it.
Yeah. I saw the repeat on AXTV.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They do that, huh?
Oh, yes. They like it. Well, as for the concert days, Bill, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, Stifel's got some concerts these days. You can go online, check it out. There's still plenty of good concerts left to be seen down here. Yeah. Come on down.
Ed Brown, anything else?
It's all about the parking, and I've got a secret parking place, which I'm never going to divulge. I'll take it to my grave. So
I'm going to follow you now.
Good luck with that.
I'll follow you, and I'll hunt you down.
Never got a ticket there. Unlike the ticket I got today. Thank you, City of St. Louis, for writing me.
How much?
$15 whole.
Oh, I think you can afford it, T. Edward. Goodness sakes.
I don't want to afford it.
Well, what are your options? Wait till
appeal it.
Go into court and spend 3 days in court for a $15 parking ticket.
It's the principle of the thing.
Well,
you have to get up pretty early in the morning to pick my wallet.
I know a good lawyer if you need one.
All right, we're here. We'll soon not be here, so let's get moving.
All right.
Next show before I get another parking ticket.
Hurt in a car wreck or hurt on the job? Call Brown & Brown now for a risk-free consultation. In Missouri, dial all 3s. In Illinois, dial all 8s.
Questions? We'll answer them for you, risk-free. At Brown & Brown, we'll fight for you and your legal rights.
We only get paid if you collect. So if you've been injured in a car wreck or hurt on the job, call Brown & Brown now. In Missouri, dial all 3s. In Illinois, dial all 8s.
And at Brown & Brown, if you can't come to us,
we'll come to you.
All right, this is City Hall behind me here. The place where the mayor resides. Used to be the courts were in there, the police. Mayor's currently Lyda Cruson, and I know her well. She's a wonderful lady, married to Mike Owens, the news guy.
She's very energetic, which is always good.
We see her around quite a bit. And, well, lots of Board of Aldermen are in there. If you got to get permits for building, things like that, then you have to come over here to get them, pull your permits. Marriage licenses. What else?
Oh, you got Ulysses S. Grant.
Earnings taxes. Yeah.
Ulysses S. Grant is on the corner there in the property, and every year these people come out and they do a salute to General Grant.
That's right.
Which is, I was just walking around one day and I heard some gunfire, and I said, well, and I turned around and they were paying tribute to he died of bad death, didn't he? Didn't he have throat cancer or something like that?
Yeah, throat cancer.
But then back then, would they chew tobacco a lot or that kind of stuff?
He smoked cigars. That was his thing. And yeah, but he lived in St. Louis.
Oh, that's true.
Down by Grant's Farm. Makes sense, right? Grant's Farm named for Grant.
Oh, but who was the main general in the Civil War for the Confederates?
Robert E. Lee.
Robert E. Lee. Did they cross paths at all?
Yeah, Grant served under Lee in Mexico.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In the Mexican War.
You're kidding
Sure,
me.
they knew each other. Yeah.
Oh. But then when the war broke out, the Civil War, then it was just us and them.
They asked Lee to be commander of the Northern armies. And Lee said, well, I'm a Virginian, so I'm going to go with my state. Mm-hmm. And he did. And, of course, gave the Union fits. He was a very intelligent military man, but eventually the overwhelming superiority in numbers and equipment, Confederacy just couldn't handle that.
But states' rights were really big back then. I mean, a lot of these states were kind of like miniature countries, weren't they? They had their own currency.
Well, you'd say you were a Virginian or you're a Missourian or from Illinois. They say the big difference was before the Civil War, you would say the United States are a great country.
Oh.
And after the Civil War, people would say the United States is a great country. So it went from being states, plural, to one nation. Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And, another question I get asked, pertaining to the City Hall, it looks very Gothic. It's like something maybe Batman would in here or something like that. But people always ask, they say, why don't you clean up the sand or the brick? I think it's because it's sandstone or something like that, and you can't just go and wash it off.
That's the color of it.
What's that?
You're not going to change that. That's the color of the materials.
I had my roof replaced not too long ago, and it was horrendously expensive, and I was just like in shock. I still am. But you look at if you had to do this roof, good luck. How would you climb up there? I mean to tell you.
Well, you'd have to be suspended, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's a beautiful day, and
City Hall.
Words of wisdom. What would Mr. Rogers say at a time like this?
He would say, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a wonderful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
About 3% of the population is going to understand.
Be my neighbor? All right, let's go. Next stop.
Next stop? Who knows? But don't change the channel! It's going to get better.